The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, Kill Switch, N-Gage.
Shall we play a game?
You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul glide. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast that loves to learn its history. I'm your host, Caleb Schweiss.
I'm Joe.
I'm Zach.
I'm A4.
On a delay from from Pennsylvania.
And today, guys, as you can tell from the episode description, we are going to be talking about the N-Gage game console I don't think any of us have ever played.
What does the N stand for?
We can't. Wait,
I gotta see a picture of this thing.
I'm not allowed to use.
Oh shit!
You've
I
never seen
remember
what
that.
N-Gage looks like?
Oh, I know. I remember this.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
god!
just look up side-talkin. There's a meme where you just, because you had to hold the thing like to the side to use it as a phone.
Oh my god! Wow, memory just came back of like of going into the GameStop at the mall when I was a kid and like playing with that thing on a demo.
Yeah, and being like, holy shit, this looks awesome.
I can't.
Never getting
Wow, the N-Gage.
Yeah.
I definitely only ever played it on a demo in a GameStop, but I remember that day.
I remember
I
wanting,
remember that day.
I remember wanting
Yeah.
one on because of like a commercial I saw. They were playing some shooter, some multiplayer shooter, and I was like, holy shit, that looks awesome.
I do remember thinking it looked like a crazy Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
That was the thought that went through my head.
I mean, it kind of
Let's
was.
date the console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
So clearly this N-Gage did very well and had,
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
clearly since we're all so familiar with it.
Yeah, we've seen it once.
yeah, dude, the N-Gage library is just insane, dude. Like,
I remember a commercial for it.
Yeah.
I remember a commercial for the N-Gage. Wow.
I think they were playing Call of
Okay,
Duty.
to be fair, the idea of a phone that is also like a handheld gaming console was ahead of its time. It was just executed poorly.
I think the Nokia brick with Snake on it was already there.
yeah.
This was also a Nokia product,
This is
so there you go.
This is a more advanced version of it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's really all I know of it. I had
Cool.
heard-
Episode's over.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks for hanging
nice
out.
history of gaming. The N-Gage didn't do well.
N-Gage, more like end game.
Yeah,
Click.
that's
Dun,
right.
dun, dun.
So
Fatality.
the N-Gage is a smartphone that combines the features of a mobile phone and a handheld gaming system developed by
Nokia.
You just said Nokia earlier.
A4 did. I didn't have. it.
Oh.
All right. I'll give it. Zach's got a point. We're doing points.
Yeah, because none of you guys answered.
Oh shit.
Um,
What do we have to track our own points here?
yes.
Wow, I found 4 points on the ground. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was developed by Nokia, and first announced on what day?
Monday.
I'm going to say May 31st, 2004.
Tuesday.
If you're looking at this on your computer, you're a bitch. Aim for it.
I'm not. I swear to God.
Wednesday.
He's definitely not. All right, November 4th.
Well, we're doing Price is Right rules, right? So you
November
guys gotta guess.
4th, 2000.
Oh, wow.
And it was released on what day? So
May
that's when they announced
17th,
it.
2004.
Can we do a 2001 June 2001.
Nah, dude, I'm going to say October, getting ready for like the Christmas season. I'm going to 2001 in October.
I'm going to say April 2002.
I mean, A4's closest, but he's a year and 6 months off. It's October 2003.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
took them a long time to get
Does
it.
A4 get a point?
No.
Okay.
Nokia noticed around 2000 that many gamers were carrying around both a mobile phone and a handheld gaming device at once.
I think it's funny this isn't noticed. And some executives like, my fucking kid. And he's like, oh my God. Jimmy, give me your Game Boy. And he like put the phone with it. He's like, Jesus Christ.
Smashes them together. Like, oh my God. So they saw an opportunity to combine the two into one unit. The initial code name for the project was what?
The taco.
The Nokia Revolution.
Game Man.
The Starship. It was that's the
Wow.
project name was Starship.
Starship.
That's a really weird name.
Kinda, yeah. Especially considering what they came up with at the end. It runs the Series 60 platform on Symbian OS, not to be confused with the Symbian, of course.
Can it do Windows 98?
I don't think it does. I don't think it has Windows on it.
The legendary Windows 98.
So Nokia basically was attempting to lure gamers away from the massively successful what?
Game Boy.
Game Boy Advance.
Oh, yeah, Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
Game Boy Advance SP.
Yeah, it was Game Boy Advance, so 1 point for A4. By using telephone functionality.
I feel like we should all get points for that because we all said Game Boy. But whatever.
Well, you didn't say Advance, so you get 2/3 of a
I
point.
feel like that. Why would Nokia look at the the juggernaut that was Nintendo at the time and be like, we can kick him?
They were pretty much the head on the cell phone market at the time.
I guess
It's
that's
not like it was
fair.
like a tiny
I don't know.
little
Why would
company.
Sony look at the juggernaut that was the DS and be like, let's make our own thing?
The PSP was sick, though.
I know I'm not saying the PSP wasn't sick, but it wasn't as successful.
No, it wasn't as successful. I mean,
That's what I
almost
had. That
almost
was my-
nothing has been as successful as the Game Boy.
That was my game.
I mean, people probably thought the same thing back when they were like Microsoft's making a gaming console. Pff, oh, okay, yeah, like it's going to be the PS2.
I mean, yeah, they were right when they said that, but
Yeah, but
But
that
it's still,
specific one.
hey,
yeah.
it still exists. It lasted longer than the fucking Dreamcast.
It beat
so.
out the GameCube somehow.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the GameCube was the best family-friendly system and indestructible.
So
But the Xbox outsold it.
I didn't say they didn't.
they wanted to counter the Game Boy by using telephone functionality. This, of course, ended up not working out well since the phone buttons weren't really suited for gaming on that initial release.
There's a D-pad.
Is that what they use it for? I'm curious how that thing would work. Does
It's got a D-pad on one side, and then it's got like all your number keys on the other,
Oh.
So you
and then the
hotkey-
screen's in the middle.
So you have to hotkey
That
it.
could be like a lot of functional like keys for playing a game. I don't think it'd be that like intuitive though.
Yeah, it'd
I
be
do like where
funky.
you just have basically like a circle of buttons around your thumb on the right hand side of most controllers, with the D-pad on the left hand side, of course. But then you would have like instead you would have like 3 rows of 3 buttons, and that would like
I
that
feel
adds
like,
a little bit of complication, a little bit, not a bunch, but
I feel like what could have been more successful was like the sidekick that had like the screen that flipped up.
Yeah.
As if you'd had the keyboard in there, so you had like the D-pad on the side, the buttons right here to play the game, and then the screen in the middle. So when you flip it, you can like text and like do the number and then put it up.
So looking at like a few
Nokia,
of the
hire
like
me.
revisions, a few of the different
I'll
like
bring it
versions of
back.
the N-Gage, it
N-Gage
looks
2.
like the 5 and the 7 keys are like the main keys for gaming because they're like highlighted a different color.
oh, okay, all right. Wasn't that thing really fucking expensive?
Yeah, so speaking of that, the launch price was what?
$199.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll say
I'm gonna go with like 400.
I'm gonna say $250.
I'm gonna give it to Zach $299, which is equivalent to $421 in 2020.
That's crazy.
So it
That's
was
nuts, dude. No,
Four- $421?
Yeah.
dude. No regular kid got that for Christmas. Like,
No,
100%,
only
dude, like,
little rich pieces of shit that you wanted to kill.
One, I would assume you'd also need to buy like a fucking mobile plan to even use the phone functionality.
Maybe.
Do we all have an equal hatred for rich kids that had too many fucking things? You'd
Yeah.
go to their house and be like, "This house is huge and immaculate, and fuck you. You have a fucking motorcycle. Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. I mean, we got one kid that has
Like-
a ton of shit, and we're not even rich. So
Dude, well, I'm not a gift giver, so I don't think I'll ever. I'm not a dad, so I don't know. Maybe a switch will flip off in my brain, but Like, my parents, even if they could afford to give me shit, would not give me shit so that I wouldn't be spoiled. That's like their idea of parenting.
Yeah.
Don't give him anything so that he appreciates what he has.
And then shame him for masturbating.
Yeah. Oh, my parents never.
No, just kidding.
They didn't talk about
They
that much.
knew. They knew.
Yeah. So the N-Gage, God damn it, was not commercially popular.
No.
In its first weeks of availability in the U.S., it was outsold by the Game Boy Advance. How much to 1?
3 to 1.
I'm gonna say 10 to 1.
4 to 1.
100 to 1.
What? I'm the closest. I'm the closest.
It didn't come out at the same time.
Nope.
So that was just like normal sales for the Game Boy,
yeah.
and then the
Dude.
N-Gage just drops, and it just fucking.
Yeah.
I don't think the N-Gage dropped. I just think it didn't sell very
I
well.
feel like that. Wait, is Nokia? What company is Nokia from? Is it Japan? Or is that
it
American?
sounds It sounds.
I was gonna
Japanese.
say 'cause that's American. That's the second worst bombing they did since Pearl Harbor.
I guess it's the second worst bombing they've been involved in
Yeah,
since
okay,
Pearl
fair.
Harbor.
Well, maybe third if we count dropping the nukes. on
Yeah,
them.
I would count Hiroshima
Okay,
and Nagasaki was.
No, dude, the N-Gage was worse.
Yeah.
More people lost
even
their
Japan,
lives.
even Japanese people admit it now.
Yeah, do you know how many of them had to commit seppuku?
That's fucked
Because
up.
the N-Gage
Guys,
crashed?
I'm not.
We
We're not.
we're sorry we unleashed this on the world. We were still angry about Nagasaki.
Okay, did Zach get the point?
It's actually
for
the
that?
Nagasaki gauge.
That's what the N stands for.
Yeah.
Did anybody get points for that?
Zach should. He was technically closest.
Yeah, I guess I'll give him one.
Hell
This
yeah.
is super fucking far off, but
Shut.
so within 17 days of its release, big retailers
Committed suicide. Because they're like, we put so much money into this and failed.
GameStop and Electronics Boutique, which I always thought were the same thing. Apparently they're not.
No, they merged probably like after that. I think they
Wait,
merged in the mid 2000s.
Is the N-Gage why Game Crazy went out of business?
Maybe.
3 years ago.
Yeah. It was a lingering effect.
Game Crazy's been out of business for like years.
We've
bro.
never healed.
No, it hasn't been that long.
It's been more than 10 years, dude.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It had to have been.
History of Video Games, Part 13. Game
Yeah.
Crazy.
Game Crazy.
That'd actually maybe be a fun one, honestly.
So they began offering $100 rebates on the price 17 days after it came out. So
No
that's fucking
jeez.
bad. So in 2004, with the N-Gage failing to kind of make any sort of impact
Right.
at all.
Do I get a point for that one, too?
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on, Schweiss. The Game Crazy brand went defunct in 2010. However, there was definitely a Game Crazy after that still was going up north. I swear to God.
It could have been like someone that had it like like a franchise, like theirs, like they bought.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because I know like all the Game Crazies around here went out at like the same time.
There's a whole like article about or section about the downfall. Wow, has not updated since 2014. Sad. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Schweiss. We were talking about the N-Gage.
Yeah, so it failed to make an impact, obviously, and the CEO said they were going to give it until 2005 to judge whether it was a success or a
Because
failure.
he was like, it definitely is not right now.
yeah.
Like we're definitely not doing well right now.
And the iPhone came out in 2006, so that was a good call.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of there.
They just took the N-Gage out back and just cocked the shotgun and were like, "You've been a good boy."
So this is kind of sad. In January 2005, a tracking firm called Chart Track dropped the N-Gage from its ELSPA chart, and they commented that the N-Gage chart, though still produced, is of little interest to anyone. Sales of the machine and its software have failed to make any impact on the market at all. So everyone was just dragging this fucking thing, which is unfortunate because the N-Gage chicks are kind of hot.
Oh, hold on now.
The what?
The N-Gage chicks at like the release.
Oh, the booth babes?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
No, yeah, everyone was dragging this thing. There's literally a blog called side-talkin. It's at side-talking.com where it's just, it started with one guy taking a picture of him using his N-Gage as an actual phone, which you have to hold it sideways. So, like, you have to put
Put
like
buttons up against your face. Is that the idea?
no. The part that's like the top of the handheld when you're holding it like a handheld. The part
We have
that
to hold
would
like
be
this.
the top. Yeah.
Like this? Like horizontal? I'm confused.
Yeah, like you're holding a gun to your head, like the execs from N-Gage.
No, just go to, just search side talking right now.
We wanted everyone to feel the same way that we did after we released this thing.
Just search for side talking. You'll see what I'm talking about. You have to hold it like sideways. It's very. And I'm assuming that's so you wouldn't get like all your face grease on the fucking buttons and the screen, but it just looks dumb using it as a phone.
Oh my god.
Are you looking it up?
That's horrible. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's.
Okay, I know why the N-Gage failed now. That all
Yeah,
makes
you look like a fucking.
Look at dude's face too.
You look like a fucking idiot. Another nickname they had for the phone was what?
the
Somebody
The
said it.
abject failure.
Somebody said it earlier.
the end game.
Is it?
The revolution.
This is why mommy doesn't live with daddy anymore.
No, they called it the taco phone. That was
the taco phone.
one of the other jokes.
Oh, I was
yeah.
joking when I said that.
Yeah, that was a legit thing. Points for A4.
Points for A4 gets points.
Hey, how do you spell gauge on that? Is it G-A-U-G-E or is it spelled different?
G-A-G-E.
Yeah, what does the N-Gage measure exactly?
It's
It's like engage, not whatever. All
No,
right.
I understand. Joe.
I'm telling Zach, he doesn't know how to spell it.
I didn't. That's why I asked.
Only it was early 2000s. So just like Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park, you got to spell it just a little wrong.
We can buy
Exhibit.
yeah.
we can buy an N-Gage right now for $80 off Etsy.
80 sounds like a lot.
Off of Etsy?
Yeah. With the most memorable games like Tiger Woods and FIFA
And Sonic
2004.
N.
Oh, there's a Tony Hawk.
You bastard! You're not supposed to be looking at that.
No, he's just looking at it.
I'm on
Etsy.
Etsy.
Yeah, he's not looking.
Yeah,
at
I was
Wikipedia.
looking up a sell price. I was gonna buy one for the show.
Okay, all
Oh
right.
yeah, we need to get our N-Gage. We could do the whole entire library.
Oh, dude, some dude's selling a refurbished one for $354.
You do the whole library.
we could do the whole library.
Why? What do you mean? There's only 5 games on
What
there.
do you mean? There's not that many games.
There's not. There are blank full titles available.
Oh
for
my
N-Gage.
god, 32.
I'm gonna say 15.
20.
Joe's closest, 58,
Oh,
I'm giving myself points there.
you should. Look
and only 56 of them came out in North America.
Look at that though. Like you have to take the whole fucking back off to put a game in.
Yes, I
my
don't know if he was
God.
going to bring this up. You have to take the battery out to put the game to change games.
That's pretty bad, dude.
Yeah.
I say we buy this.
Clearly, there's some. I thought it was cool looking, but clearly there's design flaws. In
Listen,
this
no,
N-Gage
I
product.
say we use some of the podcasting money to all play one game on the Nokia N-Gage.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's-
I'm checking eBay. You can get refurbished, unlocked N-Gage QD units for like $70.
To be fair,
we play one game.
to be fair, how can we possibly argue in the great console debate without having played a game?
Because if I have to play a Stadia,
how
I'm
are
gonna
we gonna
kill
know?
myself.
How are we going to know what console is the best or not if we don't play
Yeah.
Sonic N?
We have to do.
What's the N stand for, Sonic?
We got to get the Commodore 64.
I'm glad you asked, Schweiss. It stands for...
There's some cool looking games on here,
I
though.
don't get it. Why did he believe himself? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I said was nice.
He said Nancy. I heard him. Hooters road trip on the N-Gage and Schweiss is like,
Oh my
fucking
God.
in.
Yeah, I'd be down. So
They have a Tomb Raider game on there. I would play Tomb Raider on the
They have a
N-Gage.
Splinter Cell game on there.
God, that sounds like it'd be miserable.
Have we listed every game yet?
Just about.
Might as
We're
well.
getting close.
That is sad. 50. What was it? 50 games?
The best part about this is we're gonna put the tag for the N-Gage in some poor exec who's like living like in his ramshackle
Living
house.
in the past.
His wife has left him because of how bad the N-Gage
Google
is.
alert goes off. N-Gage was talked
And he
about on
looks-
the
I mean, that's not
podcast.
as- okay,
and then
so-
it's
so the-
shitting on him the entire time.
The like early to mid 2000s was this weird Wild West period where a lot of like other companies tried to put their hands out and like make like handheld game systems, and that guy living in a ramshackle shack is not as bad as the dude who I think it was called the Gizmodo Apparently, he was involved with like the Russian mafia and
We're not talking
crashed a
about
fucking
birds.
Ferrari, like very famously.
Wow.
Wow.
It's not very famous if like 3 of us haven't heard
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
In a group of 4
Super
people.
famously, guys.
Super famous 3 of us out of
Super
4 like the
famous
fuck
on my
is
Reddit.
Reddit.
No, not Reddit. What's the
r/Gizmotron or whatever the fuck.
what was the one of your that's like horrible Reddit? It's like
What,
Reddit?
4chan?
4chan, yeah.
Oh, 4chan, yeah.
It's super known on the 4chan 4chan community.
In the
You know a lot of random facts for a guy that gets sex A4. It's kind of weird.
It's crazy, right?
So,
just let it steep in the silence there.
in November 2005, Nokia admitted that the N-Gage failed, selling only 1/3 of the company's expectations. It was disconnected or discontinued, from Western markets in what month of what year?
May 2005.
I'm gonna say, ooh, I'm gonna say October.
I'm going January 2006.
I'm gonna say October 2006.
A4 gets points. It's February of 06. They did continue to
Because they
market
said they
it.
were gonna let it go through 05. Remember, to see if it was a failure. Or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did still market it in India and parts of Asia.
Well, yeah,
the
who else is
saddest
gonna use
parts
it?
of Asia.
Sorry, did you say India and parts of Asia?
I guess that's what the article says, but that
The
doesn't make any
article
sense.
is an idiot.
India is Asia. I mean, maybe it's saying. Oh no, it's okay. It's saying India and parts of Asia. Yeah, so if it would say and other parts of Asia, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, what the fuck?
So they were just
I guess that's
like,
what I get for copying it too. It's stupid.
That's interesting. So they just were like, "Hey, this has failed. We'll give it to a third world country."
Yeah, here you guys will play Call of Duty on this, right? They did actually do N-Gage promotions at E3 06 though, which is kind of sad considering it was done.
I just kind of wish they would have given them to people in Korea. Then we could be like, that's why they're so good at video games now. It's because they had to get good on the N-Gage.
Yeah, you have no. Oh, that's true. Maybe they gave it to Koreans.
Yeah, dude. Like the family has the one on the mat. It's like, once you can beat the N-Gage,
Yeah.
you are allowed the PlayStation. And they're like,
We are so good because we played the StarCraft using number keys.
StarCraft.
Yeah. You
Once you beat FIFA 2004, you can.
Yeah. You think StarCraft is your ally?
Doing this voice is worth it every time because I get to see Joe's face.
I didn't see a PlayStation. That was already a man.
Yeah. Roxo did say we should do an episode of the show where we just try to make Joe as uncomfortable as possible.
I think that's every episode at
That's
this
what I
point.
said after that. Yeah, I was like, I think that's almost every time.
There is a line, and when
I feel
when
like
it is crossed, I will quit the show
One-
immediately and not come back. I want that
Wait,
to be
what-
clear.
What line is that one?
Do I have to spell it out for you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does it start
Yeah,
with an N?
how many? Does it start with the letter N?
It
Is it
does.
kinda-
It does in fact.
Is
start
it
with
kind
the
of like
letter N.
N-Gage, but
It's like that South Park episode. It's
Does
like
it?
Does
Does it feature most of the letters in the word N-Gage?
yeah, it does. Features almost all of them. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's probably other lines. I just don't know yet
I don't know.
where they are.
We're gonna find them.
yeah, we're gonna tow them. So the last game to be released in the U.S. for the N-Gage was what?
The last game,
Yeah,
I think it's a Call of Duty title. I don't know what it is, but it's a Call of Duty title.
2005.
Call of Duty World at War.
well, they did do an N-Gage promotion at E3 06. So
After it's dead.
Tony Hawk.
I'm gonna say Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the
Ooh,
movie.
shit. That's a good guess.
That'd be a fun one to play, actually.
on a phone.
No, but I think it'd be a fun one to go back and play because I haven't played that since.
I've
it
heard
came
it's
out.
good. Yeah,
It's a fun game, dude.
I played the demo.
Jurassic Park game of some kind.
No, it's a game we're familiar with, but Civilization,
Oh.
Oh,
and it came out in March of 2006.
How do you play that on that thing? How do you play?
You're holding sideways to your head.
How do you play a Civ game with a controller? Is my question. I know
yeah,
you can.
It's freaky.
I mean they're on consoles all the time, so
I
Could
don't
you
like
imagine
that.
playing multiplayer with that phone? You're just like, hey, man, where are you?
How the fuck do you do anything in that? There's too many fucking things to do. You need a fucking mouse.
Yeah, I that's why games like that, or like when they talk about getting League of Legends on PlayStation, I'm like, that would be awful, dude. You know how fucking slow
you'd
you'd
have
be?
to have a normal menu, and then you'd have to like hold R2 or L2, and then have the additional menu. That's what you'd have to do.
Yeah, that's what they do for MMOs, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which though, we play 14 on the console, and there's a lot
It
of shit to
is a
click on.
giant pain in the ass to like get all your spells on the hotkeys.
Yeah, that's
it took
true.
me hours.
I
to
haven't
do
even
it.
done it. I just sacrificed. I'm like, this one's not good
Like,
enough.
I don't need that spell.
Yeah, it's just no space. Sorry.
It seems like 14 is more optimized for consoles than a lot of fucking games, though, that are come from PC.
Yeah, and
Fair.
I still plug in my keyboard when I play it just to keep the chat going. So I don't necessarily play it just on the console. So as of August 2007, it was estimated that Nokia had shipped more than how many N-Gage game decks?
If it sold 1/10
Per 100 of Nintendo.
the amount they wanted to sell, I bet they sold 200,000.
Is it sold or shipped?
Shipped.
Shipped.
Ship.
200,000.
I'm gonna say
500,000, I'm going to guess.
Fuck! I'm gonna say 400,000 still. I think they were like super into this and thought it was gonna do really well, so they went for the gold, bro.
400,001.
Fuck you.
Did someone say 500,000? Or was
Yeah.
it
A4.
Okay, A4's closest. It was they shipped more than 2 million. by
Oh
then.
wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What 2 million people out there have an N-Gage right now, or did they dump half of them in the ocean?
Yeah.
They must have dumped half of them because it
Yeah,
said ship. It didn't say sold.
that's why the coral reef is dead in Australia. This is the
Yeah,
N-Gage
it's just
failed
a bunch of
everything,
N-Gages just piling
There's
up.
that, there's that trash island in the middle of the ocean and half of it's N-Gages.
And then like they told the dude who came up with the idea that he had to help, and they left him on that trash island with all of his N-Gages.
And a missing plane.
Yeah.
They left it. They marooned him on that trash island with a gun with a single bullet,
They're like, "Do you want to
like
eat?"
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, but he shot one of the N-Gages instead.
You did this to us.
He's just like cooking an N-Gage over a fire.
He was
That's all
gonna
that
just
has
play
to
the
eat.
N-Gage to live out the rest of his life, and then the servers get turned off, and he's like, "No, it's not fair.
We gotta find
there
out
was
who
time now."
We gotta find out who the lead designer is on that thing. Get an interview.
For the N-Gage?
Yeah, for the.
They ain't
N-Gage.
gonna do it after listening to this episode.
No.
Because all it's gonna be. Because dude, I'll be honest, I'll just shit on them the entire time. Be like,
I
so
think he's used to people dragging the N-Gage at this point. I think that's just kind of a default state of being. For
I mean,
most
what
people.
probably happens like once every like year and a half,
Nah,
someone
dude.
says the N-Gage, or someone says like engage or something. It just here's the word
I bet
engage.
I bet it happens too when he's like having a fight with his wife or husband. I don't know what
he
it is.
gets
He's
very
fighting his
upset
significant
watching,
other while he's like eating dinner, and someone's like engaged, and she's like, "Do you remember when we were rich? Do you remember when you told me that you told my parents you were an entrepreneur?" Yeah, the N-Gage, and he's like, "Martha, not again. I can't
He goes,
fucking do this again."
He goes on Netflix and he starts watching Star Trek: The Next Generation, and fucking Picard says "engage," and he's like, "I'm surrounded by ridicule."
Just leave me alone.
He just cries. His shoulders just drop, and he's
So speaking of sales, there's actually some disagreement with the sources on the actual number of sales. So Nokia initially claimed blank sales in the first 2 weeks.
So Nokia tried to do some fraud. Be like, we sold so many.
in the first 2 weeks they said 500,000.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one. 500,001.
I'm gonna say 500,001.
Fuck you.
I already said it.
He
You have
said
to
it
wait for
already. You didn't hear him A4.
I'm gonna say 500,002.
Dude, wait, was Donald Trump the person? We've got so many sales
So many sales.
on N-Gage, the hugest,
The biggest.
Yeah.
The biggest.
the best transaction
He sent
of
them,
N-Gages.
they sent him out with your first order of Trump steaks. That's why they sold
It's
so
like
many.
a giant T on the back of the N-Gage.
Yeah.
He's like, you could have called it
Big gold T.
the
Yeah.
T-Gage.
Yeah.
Why not?
Would have sold more.
Douchebag.
Probably would have, honestly. But. So
Probably, yeah.
Nokia initially claimed 400,000 sales.
400,000.
two
Oh, look
weeks.
at that. Look who won that one.
However, independent market research firms Chart Track and Arcadia Research said that the N-Gage had sold only blank.
200,000.
100,000.
in the U.S. Just
200.
The U.S.
Yeah, I'll say 100. Just flat 100.
A4 is
I'm saying flat
closest
200.
with 5,000. It said it only sold 5,000 in the U.S.
No.
and 800 in the U.K., which is fucking awful.
You can't count the UK.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, this thing is like abysmal.
This is the best like video game history I think we've ever had. This is amazing.
Well, it's always fun when you talk about like something that just completely bombed. Like when we get to the Ouya episode, that's going to be a really funny one.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, what's that?
Exactly.
I mean, we're gonna eventually have to get to it because we're gonna run out of consoles here, and I don't like doing them until they're dead too. I don't want to do like a PS4 one or anything like that.
You can do
yet.
a Wii U one now, can't you?
Yeah,
Or
I
it's still
guess.
Switch. No, what's it? What fuck? The Wii, because the Wii they stopped doing all the.
I think we already did the Wii.
Oh, well, fuck you then.
Well, the Wii U and the 3DS eShops are closing next year, so I mean
yeah.
they're basically dead.
PS3 or PSN. There's some PSN.
I guess that
stuff
means I should
shutting
hurry
down,
and buy
right?
like some of the games I want on there then.
Probably.
They were going to shut down the PS3 store, but then they backed off when fans were like, "No, don't do that."
Really?
They did, yeah.
I didn't know they backed out. I remember getting an email at one point, and I was like, "Man, don't pull that thing out."
Yeah, and then there was a huge backlash, and they were like, "Actually, no, we're not going to do that." So
Well, they should just say like, "We'll give you 8 more months."
they did, but then people were like, "Fuck you."
All right, let's continue with this.
Yeah, so I did. I do have it written down that you have to take the fucking battery out, which is insane. Like this thing is super fucking clunky and clumsy and shitty.
Well, who thought it was a good idea to do that? Like,
Here's the thing, though. Like, remember, this is pre-real smartphone.
right.
Okay, this is like Palm Pilot era, where some Palm Pilots could play some little games, and then you had the Game Boy, obviously, and then you had cell phones, and they put it together in some way. I'm sure it's not the first smartphone, but it seems to be like a major one, right? And major failure. And but I mean, they really went for something interesting. Like it predates the BlackBerry. It almost looks like one, just a little bit.
Well, that's what I was saying at the
Yeah.
beginning of the episode. It was ahead of its time because, like, now we do play games on our phones a lot, like in that
Yeah.
sense. But
Yeah, they just got it backwards. Where we have
the
phones with
execution of it just
games.
wasn't as good.
It was
just
just
wasn't
it
ready
was a
yet.
first draft.
That's funny that it was still bad.
It was a first draft that they shipped
So like we're looking at the games
2 million,
though.
2
they,
million of.
They look like Switch cartridges too.
They do. Yeah, they're just like
They're
SD
like little
cards,
SD cards, yeah, basically.
which is also kind of crazy. that
Maybe
they-
he works for Nintendo now. Like he just gave up and he went to the competitor.
That's a good.
He
point.
like put
Yeah,
a
maybe
sword
he
up
did.
and he's like, "No, you can kill me." They're like, "We have more plans for you."
Yeah.
They just like dragged him into Nintendo. The doors just slammed ominously.
I mean, yeah, it's just like I don't know. I thought it was cool when I was a kid. It was just like, wow, that looks really expensive or something. But yeah, it was overshadowed a couple years later by a touchscreen smartphone of a certain ilk. That now everything follows, and despite the fact it doesn't have buttons, is better for a majority of games. So
I mean, they do sell like controllers that you can hook up. I'm assuming via Bluetooth to your phone
yeah,
that have like a little holder that you can put your phone in and like. Yeah,
I mean, I would
so.
never invest in that because cell phone games are still not great.
Yeah, you're not.
No, I mean any game. I feel like any game you can play with a controller on your phone, you're better served playing it on a console or like your PC. So
I do hate the controls on those Final Fantasy ports they put on the Apple stuff. I hate it. It's like you like
I think those ports are gone anyway
They're
because
like
they have
little
the pixel remasters
fake
now. Although
D-pad things where you like. put
from
your
what I
phone-
heard, the
you
pixel
put your thumb
remasters,
down
I
on
don't
it.
think they have like actual like the touchscreen controls where you like use like a fake joystick. I think you just tap like what square you want to go to, and then your character just walks there. But I have the PC version, so I don't know.
What the fuck do you know? Just kidding.
I don't know. I don't know anything except dumb fucking trivia and like all of Sonic the Hedgehog lore.
and you're
so
autistic
yeah,
for
I'm
roller coasters. and we
basically
love
a
you for
golden
it.
god of a man.
I'm the golden god of a man.
Yeah, that could.
Do you? Okay, sorry. Going back to your trauma. Do you remember the movie, the Testament one, where it's?
I
Like,
do remember the.
where, So we used to make
Testaments.
we used to make
It's
fun
a
of that movie
terrible
because he's like
it's a bad
when he like grabs him,
movie.
he's like, "You've got the power of the he like grabs his hand.
It's a bad movie, dude.
it's so
and it was bad then.
Bro, that main chick though, that main chick had a dump truck ass though. It's like when you're on a when you're on the mission, you're like, this shouldn't make me horny, but it does.
Nicholas walks in and he's like, "Now that's a booty."
Yeah.
That's a
You really, Schweiss,
that is
correct him
one
next time and
hot
tell him it's a dumpy.
white American Jew.
Yeah.
She was brown.
Oh, was she brown? Was she a
Yeah.
Lamanite?
Yeah, no, because like they're all like Nephites, but they're all like they all kind of look like Hispanic descent.
So yeah, okay, all right.
Just search LDS movie dump truck ass.
Yo, get that Emma Smith actor, dude. I'm telling you.
Alexa, please Google Mormon movie dump truck ass, please and thank you.
The Testament Mormon movie. Oh my gosh, I'm just remembering this.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
It's such a bad movie. Oh man, I've had a podcast idea in my head for a while. I tried to I proposed it to a film friend of mine because there are just like a slew of really bad movies that come out of Utah, and I'm not saying my movie's not one of them, but I am saying that it's better than a lot of them. So when we're always talking about local movies, and like a good chunk of them are Mormon movies. Like they're just like they're around Mormon culture. Or there's something like the Testaments or something like that. Or the Testament. I guess it's singular. I thought it was plural, but I wanted to put on just because we are filmmakers and we're here, it would not be a good idea to have it. It was going to be called 127 Hours. A discussion on Utah film or something like that. That would be the podcast, Dave. And we were just going to watch a bunch of local movies, most of which are going to be junk, and then just like trash on them. And I'd put like a fake voice thing over my actual voice so I could be like anonymous about it.
Yeah.
It just just start trashing local movies. That would be fun to do. It's
Fuck
just-
yeah, you could do like.
I would love to do just a good old history of Mormon cinema. You could start with like God's Army and go to the
Then the
singles,
legacy. You have to
the
watch
singles
the legacy.
ward and Testament and Saturday's Warrior and all this shit.
Fun fact, you know the dude in
And the remake of Saturday's Warrior, which stars one of my actors.
No shit.
Yeah.
No, it's a fun fact. The singles ward, the dude in the beginning of the movie that is, fell away from the church. He got his records taken out of the church.
Oh, he works in Broadway. He's actually quite successful.
I liked him in that movie.
He's a good actor. He's actually a really good actor. He's a decent writer too.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, you haven't seen the
Home
singles
Well, I'm
ward?
gonna be honest, dude. Like singles ward still makes me laugh. Like one of my cousins they wanted to watch. I was like, whatever, and I still laughed a little bit.
Yeah, it's good.
Like it's still pretty
inside Mormon humor.
funny. It really is,
all
dude.
in
Like
there.
honestly,
I don't
Was
think.
there
I
a- was there
doubt
a-
it's gonna hold up. I think I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
and
no,
just
you're gonna
want to
hate
kill
it.
myself.
One of the
but-
things that I keep like one of my favorite jokes though from like the second singles ward movie that's about one of the characters because that's not one. It's not good. But like the girl like goes into church. I don't remember.
Alright.
The girl goes into church and she's like new and all the guys want to marry her because that's what happens in churches. And like
Mm-hmm.
this like lady turns around, she's like, I hate you. And it just makes me laugh. Like it still makes me laugh because singles wards are fucking terrible. Fucking terrible.
I went once.
Was there a singles ward game for the N-Gage?
Yeah.
There was actually.
How did you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm the creator of the N-Gage.
Oh my god.
I am Joseph N-Gage.
Joseph. Joseph N-Gage Smith.
Yes. Make it
He's-
so.
He's here.
Oh man.
Go ahead, Schweiss. We're waiting on you. I'm seeing like a constant scrolling. I can tell Schweiss is like looking for something. He can't find it.
Well, we're waiting.
Tell us more about the N-Gage.
Tell us more. Tell us more. Did she have a nice ass?
So before the
Tell
launch,
us more. Tell us more. Did it have any games? Bum.
So before the launch of their first in-house N-Gage title, what?
Wait, what?
What was their first game?
The first game, Tony Hawk.
I'm gonna say PGA Tour 2004. No, I'm gonna say Tomb Raider. I'm gonna say Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider.
Pathway to Glory.
Fuck this game.
You didn't even give A4 a chance.
I would have guessed.
Pathway to Glory.
What is Pathway?
I would have
Glory?
guessed N-Rage.
A one-level demo of the game was released to journalists to allow them to sample it and understand the concepts behind the turn-based war game. They eventually did place it on N-Gage.com as a free download. Everyone kind of jumped on it, and it did pretty well. I mean, they were pretty satisfied with the amount of games they sold. But honestly, it's one of those things where it's like all the games probably did okay, considering there's like no games on it, period. So everyone's
Dude,
just
the
like,
N-Gage,
fuck
it still works.
Yeah. You can still go online.
Yeah.
Someone took the website at least.
So
Oh, yeah, never mind. This is definitely not.
Someone bought their site.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably let it go. They don't fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. We're not doing this again.
So they did do an N-Gage 2.0 in 2007.
No.
It kind of helped with the
2007, really?
yeah.
What did it look like? I gotta see this thing.
Is that the QB or whatever it's called?
Yeah, it's this deal here.
Oh wow, that's just a Nokia phone.
Yeah.
Just goes. To
Hey,
the
bro, they
side.
tried.
So they kind of like did a little bit. They kind of stuck with it a teeny bit, but they didn't give any new games on the after 2009. I guess they kind of stopped making everything. So it's weird. It's almost like a project that they just couldn't give up.
So
you know.
this is Will Swenson's wife, and it's definitely why they left the church. Was because of all the backlash. Because the church is racist.
I'm pretty sure he left the church before that. He's been out for a long time.
Who is it?
This the Will Swenson, the guy who's made all those Mormon movies, is now a Broadway star. He's playing Javert and Les Mis and
Really?
shit. Yes. and he's in that horrible musical that came out that was a huge hit.
Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman. Yeah, he's in that.
You think that movie sucks?
I hate that movie. I watched it. I hated it. Like I was like, sorry, hate's a strong word. I really disliked it when I was watching it. I just didn't like how like poppy the sound mix was in it. I didn't like the like corny special effects. I thought that like it was a bizarre story about a guy who's exploiting people, and it never like even goes into that. Like it's one of the weirdest fucking hits ever. I can't wrap my mind around why it's successful outside of the music, I guess.
Yeah. The in-laws listen to that shit like they did for a long time after that, like all the time.
Yeah. The middle section of that movie, there's like some big, what is the big song from that? It has to do with like individuality and being yourself. And I just remember like the filmmaking there, I didn't like how the movie looked. Like I was just like, everything about the movie was like driving me nuts. My mother, who watched it with me, did love it.
Oh, really?
So I'm in the minority there. And I usually love musicals, but that one just rubbed me the wrong way when I watched it. I really didn't like it. But
yeah.
yeah, good N-Gage talk.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so really, at the end of the day, the game console did not do very well. They kind of just kept pushing it along. They really wanted it to be successful. And honestly, that newer one looks kind of cool. It just looks like a phone, though. So, I mean,
It looks like a very 2007 phone.
yeah. It sold like shit. It looked like a taco. I mean, fucking, it's got 56 games. I can't find any data on the game's sales at all.
Oh,
Like, there's
none of the
nothing.
games? Yeah. Probably not much.
Maybe, I wonder if I click on.
We know it was sub 5,000 in the first week.
Yeah, none
Whenever
of them.
games were made.
Yeah, none of them. Even when I click on them into their own thing, there's no data on the sales for this fucking thing.
Well, I'm looking up data on the Testaments. Testaments! It is plural. I knew it. I wasn't fucking wrong.
Testaments.
The Testaments of One Fold and One Shepherd is the Mormon movie that Zach brought up earlier.
Trying to find the dump truck.
I'm
ass.
trying to. I think it's this white chick with brown face on. I think. I don't think she's. I don't think she's Hispanic.
Dude, she's brown in the picture I saw. Here a second.
She looks like a white chick.
She
yeah.
looks like a white chick with
What
some
color are
like.
her nipples? That'll be able to tell you.
You haven't seen any white girls with brown nipples? A4.
No,
They exist.
can't say I have.
Yeah, that's true.
True. Gosh. We're all looking at our phones right now, guys. This is horrible pod. This is bad pod.
I don't really have anything else.
You don't have anything else? All right, that's the N-Gage.
Oh, yeah, dude,
ladies
she
and
was
gentlemen.
totally
I'm surprised we were
brown
able to
face.
squeeze 45
She was
minutes
totally
out of the
doing
N-Gage, to be
brown
honest.
face.
Well, no, dude, I was watching a clip of it, and I'm like, this girl doesn't look. She doesn't look right.
Dude, that's fucking
Dude, the
funny.
Testaments is now like. Oh,
Now it's
man.
racist.
Now it's. I mean, yeah, you couldn't find a Hispanic actress
Not in Utah.
or a Native actress, Native American actress.
Nice save, racist.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, weren't those people supposed to be Native Americans? The
Yes.
Yeah, well, kind of Mexican too,
Lamanites.
because they came up from South America. It's interesting.
the
It's interesting.
loserites.
They won. They won the war.
No, not Mexican.
They killed
just
the Native.
Native.
That's not true. No, that's not true at all.
Zach.
I'm serious.
Zach, there was a Spanish conquest, and that's why.
Yeah, and then all the rest of the Lamanites died. That's what happened. They moved out.
They went to Canada.
Because like
idiots.
if you look at the Book of Mormon stuff, it's all in South America, bro, and like Central America.
yeah, it's where they hid Hitler after
Yeah.
World War II.
Haven't I ever told you the story that like on the mission, like I went to someone's house and they found out I was Mexican, and he legit told his kids I was a living Lamanite. It was terrible.
Wow.
That's awful.
It was pretty fucking bad, dude.
You're like, thanks.
That and like, dude, there was this family and like they're both in their 90s. Like he had served in World War II. Like they were fucking old, and we were sitting there and they were like very loud, like because they couldn't hear each other because they were on the cusp of death. And so they're making us food, and we're sitting there, and I was like with a missionary from France, and he was a black man, which is important to the story. And so we're sitting there, me and him were like talking, and really loudly we hear the woman go, "No, that one's for the Negro elder." And he looks at me, and he's like got his huge eyes, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
You're like, I think they're talking about me.
Yeah, I was like, it's me, man. Don't worry.
God.
And he's like, you dude, he had no idea what to do, and I had no idea what to do.
Oh, that's so.
And so we're sitting there, and he's like, I'm leaving. And I'm like, you can't leave without me. And we're staying for food because I'm not going to explain to the bishop what happened. And so he's just like looks at me, and I was like,
They're gonna poison me.
yeah, I was like, if you don't feel good tonight, you let me know.
Yeah, why was that
man.
one for him? Did they just reheat some KFC or what?
KFC's actually like really good over there. But, like it's pretty good over there.
Wait, where did you go?
I went
again?
to England,
Oh, that's right.
but
yeah.
like so, dude, it was.
Wow.
Yeah, what, did they give him something different? Or
No,
was
yeah,
it
they
just-
had this. Everything looked the same. I think they just spit in it. Like everything looked
Oh my
the same.
God.
Like it was. I don't know.
Wow, that's
I don't
fucked up.
know. Yeah, it was one of the most. But then like, dude, their parent, like their kids, were like in the same ward, and we went to dinner there, and they were having a conversation in front of us. And they're like, oh yeah, like this one time when they went to Africa. And we're like, oh, that's cool. And she's like, yeah. The guy husband was like, yeah, like they told us on the train that like a week before, like someone had been stabbed in the back with like a spoke of a wheel, like someone killed someone. Like, but what are you gonna do? It's just how those people are. And I'm like, we're gonna go, we're gonna go now. I was like, thank you for the food. And I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
don't murder people in Britain.
am I
Yeah, Britain's got a
They don't
horrible
stab
murder
people.
fucking
yeah,
problem.
yeah, they just stab you.
They don't stab people in the streets.
Dude, the top two
All the
killers,
time.
the top two killers in England are knives and gingivitis. It's
Yeah. Dude, it's so bad. It's
but
true.
so like,
yeah.
dude, no, for real though, like it was like sorry guys who are gonna listen to this episode in the future, like we have like church talk on 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, you gotta
But
listen
like,
to the
dude,
last
it
one.
was terrible, man. Like I was like, I don't know what to fucking do with this. Like what? I was like, oh my god, dude, like it was bad.
Wow.
bad.
Anyway, the Testaments stars a white girl in blackface, so
Brown face, not as bad.
brown face.
They're only
lighter shade.
Lighter
they're only
shade, not
half
as bad.
marginalized. We marginalized by shades here.
Bruno also said in the chat that the song you were thinking of, Joe, is "This Is Me."
Oh, This Is Me. Yeah, the sequence in the movie where they sing that song, awful special
What
effects.
movie is it?
It's just corny and it's
Greatest
just
Showman.
terrible.
Oh.
Greatest Showman.
They wanted me to go see it with them, but I kind of didn't want to.
But you're like, I'm sorry,
babe.
babe. I got testosterone.
Yeah, like, what do you want to make?
Sorry,
me?
babe, I'm straight.
But anyway, that guy is in The Greatest Showman. He's in there.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I can't remember the character.
Does he
I
play
remember when he
Disillusioned?
popped up, I was like,
Does he play Disillusioned Mormon #1?
baby.
Hey, sorry about your N-Gage.
Kirby Hayborn, the other star of Singles Ward,
Didn't he?
he's the star of the RM. He didn't leave the church. I actually think he's still in it.
No, he can't do
officially.
movies though because he was in a commercial for beer.
He was in a beer commercial, but he also does and here's way worse. He does like half of the Haruki Murakami books. He does the narration for on
really?
Audible. And so like when I downloaded it, I was like, Kirby Hayborn, and I was listening to it. I'm like, it is Kirby Hayborn, and he's like, and he touched her pubic hair with like, and it's like it's all because Haruki Murakami is like half of his books are sex. So like you're just listening to it. I'm like, I'm being read
I feel uncomfortable.
erotic things from Kirby Hayborn. It's bizarre.
It's a living.
And I tweeted him. I was like, imagine my surprise as an ex-Mormon when I heard Kirby Hayborn like reading this Murakami book. He gave me a little heart on Twitter.
I think that was his. That was the Mormon wave. He's like, go fuck yourself, Joseph DeGolier at Twitter.
No one should know that I've been doing the Murakami books because an active Mormon would probably not listen
His
to
wife
a
comes in. I
Murakami
told
book.
you to stop.
Yeah, I can't. I need to
Active
get to the
Mormon would
sheep
not
one.
listen to the Murakami. Yeah. I don't know if he does the sheep one. I don't think he did Wild Sheep Chase, but
Anyway, so the N-Gage,
anyway.
Yeah,
complete and utter failure. Then they made a second one for some fucking reason. That looks like another
Just
phone.
looks like a phone.
yeah,
Yeah,
they ripped it off.
Yeah, the other one looks just.
They gave up their website. Zach
It looks
just
like
looked
the
it up.
LG chocolate, kind of.
The LG
Yeah,
chop.
kind of.
If anyone knows that phone.
I don't
anyway.
know that phone.
I remember that one. Yeah, I mean, I can't find any sales data on any of the games.
That's because they lied the first time. Like they lied about it, and so no one.
It's because they didn't sell, period.
Yeah. Can you guys guess
How much interest I have in this?
five games from the N-Gage that we haven't already mentioned?
Tony, fuck
Oh,
you!
yeah, we haven't mentioned.
Damn it! King Kong.
Peter
Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Guess.
Lord of the Rings: The Two
Oh,
Towers.
fuck. Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Okay, well, I know one of them
No,
from
fuck
looking
you!
at eBay was Pandemonium.
You can't be on eBay, you bitch.
There's a SpongeBob game. SpongeBob game.
Yeah, such a game. A Barbie game. There's got to be a Barbie game on there too.
Barney.
Well, I'm also going to guess
Teletubbies!
Rayman because that was in one of the screenshots I saw.
Yeah, anybody guess a single one?
FIFA 2004. If not 5. Sorry, we
FIFA
said 4. FIFA 2005.
They were both on there, 2004 and 5.
PGA
Wow.
Tour 2005.
That
NBA.
NCAA 2004 and 5.
NAACP.
NFL Madden 2004 2005.
NCAA football. NCAA football is on
We've
there.
been making jokes about the letter N all episode, and you go and say NAACP like it's nothing.
And you're invoking the.
It's just acronyms. It's just letters.
Yeah.
The Warriors game.
Nambla.
Nambla. Mario. Just kidding. They're against
Yeah, they would never put a Mario
You
on
mean
this.
Nario?
Mario.
So there's kind of some surprising.
Crash Team Racing.
It's me,
Yeah.
Mario.
There's some surprising ones. We had the original Call of Duty, Catan, which sounds awesome on a little
shit.
handheld.
Handhole.
Civilization 2. I guess I could just name all of them. There's only a few. Alien Front, Ashen, Asphalt Urban GT, Asphalt Urban GT.
Is Hooters Road Trip on here?
No. Atari Masterpieces Volume 1.
Taco Bell game.
Atari Masterpieces Part 2. Bomberman, Call of Duty, Catan, Civilization, Colin McRae, Rally 2005, Crash Nitro, Crash Nitro Kart.
Need for Speed. Need for Speed.
Is Crash like Crash Bandicoot Crash or some other Crash?
Yeah, Crash Nitro Kart's the sequel to Crash Team Racing.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of a big deal.
What about Pokemon?
No Pokemon.
No, I'm just kidding.
Why would Pokemon be on a non-Nintendo?
It was a
handheld?
joke.
They did put Red Faction on there, which is kind of surprising.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how that would play.
Not
Like
well.
shit. They had an Elder Scrolls game, the Elder Scrolls Travel Shadow Key.
Oh, no wonder I've never heard of that game.
Yeah. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Hopefully that one's got
Ian Malcolm.
Ian Malcolm as
Dr. Ian Malcolm?
the main guy. Chaos. They did put Tony Hawk Pro Skater on there.
I bet it didn't have as good of a sound.
No, they got Ian Malcolm and Chaos Theory for the N-Gage, and he looks at it and he goes, "That is one big pile of shit."
Yeah, it's just a pile of the phones. The Sims busted out.
Oh, The Sims, huh?
There was a Tiger
What's
Woods.
that game about?
Yeah, you know.
Busty out.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some like kind of big games
Leisure
on
Suit
there.
Larry.
I think it'd be fun to play Civilization and like Catan on a phone.
Your idea, on the phone. I was like, your idea of fun is so fucked up.
It
So how you
really
gonna play
is.
it?
It really is. It's like
It's
yeah,
been fucked up from Conan.
I play the hardest games in the world while my children scream around me. And then I have my hand over my pants as I stop myself from coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that is what happened last night.
From the game, not from anything else.
Yeah.
I just realized the
Child services.
I was just throwing things out there. I wasn't putting them together.
Child services. We got him.
Yeah. That's really all I got though for the N-Gage. It's just a real big failure. It's kind
Well, I was
of
like, what an end failure. That's
what an
crazy.
end failure.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's the
You
end
just
stand
throw
for.
N in front of there. Because
So-
N-Gage sounds stupid.
In failure.
I know. I'm sure they were trying to do like engaged, but like it just
It went up in flames.
end
Ah,
flames.
there you go. There you go. Went up in flames.
It's kind of annoying to be honest with you, but whatever.
We've devolved down to puns.
Yeah. It's
Not
all
for
over
heaven.
now.
That one really got me.
God damn it.
Well, guys, I think that's gonna be it. I mean, I don't have anything else. I was kind of hoping there'd be more.
You don't have
information.
anything else?
Nothing else remains. I thought it'd be cool to do like a little bit more of an obscure one, but the shitty part about doing an obscure one is it's obscure. And there's
Did you
no
not learn
information.
from when I did like a studio review about an obscure one and it was like a 5-minute episode? Yeah, and I was like, oh, cool. They don't put any fucking information about.
Yeah,
But
I
it
went
was-
to their website afterwards. Don't recommend doing it on the work computer.
Wait, what?
Teen Cherry. Teen Cherry, isn't that what it is?
Teen Cherry.
Team.
Oh, team.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Team.
I
I was
guess.
hearing something else entirely.
Team Cherry.
Yeah, I guess I was just hearing what I wanted to hear.
I really like that episode. I've listened to it a couple times.
Jeez.
Teen
Yeah,
Cherry.
the older you get, the more creepy stuff like that actually becomes.
Doesn't it? Yeah, dude. Like, oh yeah, dude. If I ever saw like porn that said like teenage or whatever on it, I'd be like, I kind of throw up a little bit. I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
I would like go to another. Like,
To be fair to the pornographers, they're hardly ever the age that they say they are.
Yeah.
is that
Especially when I look at that high mileage meat. Meat Mountain down there.
has the meat?
Should be like, I just turned 19 and she's got like stretch marks.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
there's like
You can see the C-section scar.
no. I remember hearing a Katie Morgan interview, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I started and poured at 26, and I've just kept on saying I was 18 for years. Like, that's what they do."
to make some more
So.
money, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
and I guess that makes it less creepy because then, you're beating off someone that's not actually 18.
Yeah, but I think the intent is still there.
So
So
but
to
I mean
me, it just is weird.
it's one of those things like where you get actors like Tobey Maguire who looks pretty young, but he doesn't look like a high schooler in Spider-Man, I don't think.
No,
Well, neither do the other high schoolers around.
Yeah.
it.
Exactly, yeah. So it's because no one has any idea what a
The
high
5
schooler
o'clock
looks like.
shadow high schooler.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had facial hair in high
What
school.
was the guy who he has a fight
Flash
with?
Thompson?
Flash. There you go.
That's Joe Magnolia.
Yeah, that guy does not look like a high schooler
I want to fight me.
in
neither.
any sense.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of a joke from the trailer of one of those like shitty Wayans Brothers movies, like, you know, Blank movie. And it was like a 45-year-old guy playing Harry Potter. He's like, I am Harry Potter. I am only 14. He got like 5 o'clock shadow and shit.
Yeah, I think it works because that's our idea of like what teenagers are, so we don't actually know. But like when you look at someone that's 18, they look fucking young, like ridiculously
yeah, like
young.
a real yeah.
So that would be a little on the creepy end. Although, I mean, scientifically,
Shut up, Schweiss. Didn't.
Where are you
Shut
going
up.
with this,
Grass on the
Schweiss?
field,
Shut up.
play
I'm
ball.
just
Schweiss!
saying. I think there's gonna come a time where
Shut up.
the joke of if it bleeds, it breeds is gonna be like acceptable. I'm not saying I think it should be. I'm just saying like if you take if you boil down like all of the excess on like it's just science kind of a
We
thing.
should be dead by 30 though, as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel
Schweiss is dangerously close to saying age is just a number.
I don't
I
think
know.
I don't
I'm
think
saying-
there's too many like 40-year-olds with the 15-year-old. That's not that common of a situation.
And
even
where
though-
is Chris Hansen when you need him the most?
I'm just saying.
He
I think
disappeared,
I think we're
like
gonna
the
come to a
Avatar.
point where that's gonna be something that people like try to push
Look,
for.
Schweiss is just espousing the views of his idol, Anthony Cumia. There's nothing wrong with that.
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
From Opie and Anthony. He's a radio jockey guy, but he's dating like a really young girl.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's gonna happen at some point, and it's not. And
I
it's
highly doubt.
I don't know,
I don't
dude.
know, man.
Like
We'll
if
go
you
backwards.
no, because there is people that are like saying like they're pushing the term MAP. It stands for minor attracted person. They're saying people who are pedophiles. Like
There's a term for that.
yeah, no, for real. Like
So
I
there's-
Yeah, it's called pedophile.
No,
Yeah.
there's
yeah,
one.
I thought it was get the news.
no, there's one.
yeah, for real.
There's one. I heard it on like a meme, and then I looked it up. There's one for like. So pedophile is like prepubescent attraction,
Yeah,
but pubescent, but still too young. And
is Machine Gun Kelly.
There's another. There's another term. I don't remember what it is, but there's another term.
I
for
do
it.
think it is Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, I think I know what he's talking about. It's like starts with an E,
Post-pubescent.
right? Or something.
A4 would
I don't
know. If
remember.
anyone know, it'd be A4.
I don't remember, and I don't want to look it up. Believe it or not.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
Listen,
especially not on teencherry.com.
dude. Here's the thing. All we need to remember is the best cure for pedophilia is a shotgun shell.
Yeah, I mean there are. I mean it is a fringe thing, but like if you think about it scientifically, they would be correct in saying that because you
Shut
can.
up, Schweiss!
I'm just saying.
I
Like
don't
I
know
can
what-
see why you would make the argument. I'm not making the argument.
As I get older, the 19-year-olds are not more attractive.
No,
yeah,
they're
dude.
not. Yeah.
Because here's the thing: she's not gonna get any of my references.
And
There's
she has
too
no.
much of
Schweiss is
an
like-
age gap.
Yeah, there's no
Meanwhile,
responsibility.
Schweiss is just actually being like, that's what I like about high school girls.
Uh-huh.
I get older,
Oh,
they
say-
stay the same
All
age.
right, all right, all right.
You just got to recycle through them. That's all. No, like I think it is something like because genetically and like you know
Remember we talked about a line earlier?
what?
What is the point you're trying to make? What is the point?
I'm saying that
What's the point?
that argument is as big of a failure as the N-Gage. But I do
okay.
think it's. I don't know why. What did we
He's
start
really
talking
trying
about?
to fucking save this one, huh?
You brought it
Team
around.
Cherry. Team
Oh,
Cherry is
yeah,
where we
yeah.
started here.
Teencherry.com.
Teencherry.com.
Don't go there. I mean, maybe,
I don't know.
Probably don't go
I've
there.
never been there.
but
I've just heard about it from
TeamProlapse.com,
Zach.
I go there.
It was Team Cherry. Team
Team.
the
Oh,
developers for Hollow Knight.
Team
Oh.
Prolapse, Team Prolapse. It's the same thing.
Hey guys,
Prolapse
thanks for
Cherry.
listening to the episode this week, and don't forget to toss a coin to your podcast.
Come for the N-Gage
toss,
discussion.
toss,
stay
a,
for the
toss a
Prolapse
good coin
talk.
to your pedos.
Don't rope me in there.
Yeah, don't rub me into that either.
You guys
Fuck
are right.
you,
You
bro.
guys are
Like,
right.
Thank you for listening to Nude Clan, your favorite minor attracted person podcast.
Stop.
Oh man.
Stop. It's
No,
not
I mean
true.
that's all I'm saying though is that there is like a
Shut up!
anatomic argument for
Oh
it,
my
considering that it does happen when they're young.
Schweiss, I like anime porn, and this is too creepy. Come on.
TeenCherry.com.
I think on that Team Cherry episode was where I told you guys about my coworker who just was like, "What do you watch? What do you watch for porn?" I'm like a million, like brunette, Latina, Asian. Like I gave him
And
a
he's
list,
like me. I like feet.
and he goes, "I'll be honest, teen man. That's what I watch." I'm like, all right. Like, what do you want me? How do you want me to reply to this right now?
Do you want me to watch? Do you want to watch me dial 911? Like,
I'm gonna be honest. Not really.
I knew you couldn't be trusted.
It's
Joe.
like, I didn't need to know that.
Yeah, like what
At
would you
all.
tell? He's like excited to tell you.
Yeah, I was like, why was this a topic of conversation? Like, what am I gonna
maybe it was because he.
I
wanted
like
to feel accepted.
like what is he expecting me to say? Like
He's like, I like. We want. I bet he wanted you to be crazy. Like, Dad, I like piss.
I'm not.
And he's like, oh, cool. Me just teen.
For the night, it just depends
Just
on
teen.
Yeah.
whatever I
Terrible.
the night. It just changes what I what type of woman I want to look at.
so what do you watch for porn? Oh, men.
Yeah. Well, what is he expecting me to say? Like, I like anal fisting. Anal fisting. That's
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
honestly
into.
should have just tripled down and went with like the
I
weirdest
should have
shit
got.
ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, BBC.
It's like when I'm asked. It's like when I'm asked how big my cock is. I'm like, 2 inches, 3 inches.
Milk enemas,
Just always go for like the smallest.
The
number.
problem is with A4, he can't go any creepier. He can't. He's like femboys, and he'd be like, oh yeah. That makes sense. That tracks. That tracks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
no slut shaming here on this podcast.
Yeah.
This episode has been sponsored by TeenCherry.com.
Problem is that's probably definitely a website.
It probably is, and I'm not gonna check.
I mean, I guess we could
probably
try to get
it's probably gonna give a virus on your phone.
we could probably get a sponsorship out of him.
That'd be
for
fucking
this.
funny.
If you go to TeenCherry.com and use promo code NudeClan, you will get the police at your house within 10 minutes.
It's TeenCherry.com
Oh my
/NudeClan.
All right, we gotta fucking stop.
TeenCherry.com.
I'm
Age is just a
changing
number.
my name
Prices
to
and
Josh.
participation may
By the
vary.
way,
Yeah.
no one referred to me by any other name on this show. My name is now Josh.
Yeah, my name is Zosh.
My name is Josh DeFries.
Free.
My name is Josh DeFries. Fuck, I'll just take a kid from high school who. My name is Don DeFries. That's my name on this show. No one call me by any other name from now on.
My name is now Gumpy Hornswoggle.
Should have just fucking started with the fake names, but now it's now Don DeFries. You will all refer to me by the name Don. We'll see you guys next time.
Live always in the nude.
I hope you enjoy this episode of Ood Clan.
Walk with your N-Gage held high.
Fuck off. You don't need.